Did they use chemtrails to help steer this storm into North Carolina? Or something like that. Let's take a look.
Alexa, did North Carolina use cloud seeding during Hurricane Helene?
Yes. North Carolina has been cloud seeding during Hurricane Helene. Scientists injected silver iodide into the hurricane wall to steer the hurricane in another direction.
Oh my goodness.
Repeat.
To reduce the amount that can be paid out as compensation, Hurricane Helene was then artificially created, just like cloud seeding used to control and manipulate the weather, to flood and devastate those places and crash the value of land there.
There's so much. There's a lot in the news. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think for the first time in a while, I can't keep up. I can't even keep up. I might just have to start rattling things off, just mentioning things as the news. I can't cover it all. I can't. I could, I guess. I could make a 4-hour video, but I'm not doing it. It's retarded. I got that kind of time. But I just want to mention something before we get into this Hurricane Helene thing again, because this is very important. This is extremely important, especially that a few more hurricanes. We haven't hit the middle of the hurricane season yet. And you know their agenda. That's a wrap by before 2030. They want us to stack them and pack them 15-minute cities. They want us eating Z-bugs, the whole 9 yards. This is extremely important. Plus, what they're doing to these people, it's criminal. It's criminal. They have murder on their hands. But I just want to mention this. Glenn Beck traveled to North Carolina and exposed FEMA's absence. Every American should see this Glenn Beck. Everyone should see this. Glenn Beck confirms no action on the ground by the federal government. Confirmed they are bulldozing Chimney Rock. Like I said, I've been there. I think more than once, but I'll just go with maybe once. I know I've been there at least once. It's a nice little town. And I actually wanted to go back before all's said and done. And now I won't be able to do that. It pisses me off. They wiped it out. FEMA's stopping trucks loaded with food and taking it. I'm repeating this. FEMA is stopping trucks loaded with food and they're taking it. They're confiscating, FEMA is confiscating the food that's supposed to go to the needy, to the devastated people. These are thieves. They're gangsters. What else do you want to say? That's what they are. They're criminals. The federal government isn't doing anything. Criminal. All aid and rescue operations being organized by ex-special forces and locals. I don't even know what that means. At any rate, there's so much to this man. Mayorkas lied when he said FEMA was prepared. I mean, dead bodies in trees? You serious? They're not going to get a proper burial? There are people that haven't eaten in about a week or drank anything. I don't even know how the hell they're still alive. After 3 days not drinking anything, you're dead, so they have to be drinking something. This is how dire the situation is. But it's bad enough that they orchestrated this storm for land and grab and to depopulate, to kill. But it's another when people are still alive and they're literally depriving them of food, aid. How is this not another act of war foisted upon the people? Oh, it's we're gonna watch TV. This is must-see TV. I'm not doing fast reads right now. I was going to, but then I was like, nah, too trivial. Not even gonna. This is way too important. Too much stuff going on. Clock is a ticking. So, if you've been with this channel for any length of time, you knew I was stuck in one kind of format, and I liked it. I was stuck in that groove. And every once in a while, I would deviate from that and like change it up. I was mainly stuck in one long groove, had a certain pattern or format. Then I decided to change it in like, it wasn't recent. It wasn't too recent, maybe a year or so. Now it's just like, I'm doing all I can just to get it out there, right? The information. And I want to say this. someone who's friends with Richie from Boston was hankering to become friends with me on Fascist Book. So I finally accepted. This person tagged me and Richie in his comment, appreciating the work that we do. And then he inboxed me saying that God's going to reward me for what I do. Boy, was that nice to hear. I get that, some of it from you guys on BitChute, but by and large, I've got a shit ton of trolls. I've even had some so-called subscribers that actually said some things that weren't true. And it's like, I don't even get it. I don't get it. That's why BitChute leaves a bitter taste in my mouth, so to speak. Because it's got a lot of hostility on it. But it's also got people that are very appreciative. I ain't gonna lie. It's a mixed bag. But for some reason, Fascist Book is more fine-tuned. When they want to be your friend or want to, and they're following other people that you follow, and they appreciate your work. That says a lot. That's great. I like that. I appreciate that. So I say this to BitChute. Let's keep the comments on the up and up. If you're not on the same page with us, we don't need you here. Just go on. If you're here to cause trouble, don't even bother. Just go on. We ain't got time for that. We have zero time for any of that. We need all hands on deck right now. All hands on deck. Warning, Will Robinson warning. So I just want you to listen to this. All right, we're going to start off with this video. It's going to be a while. It's going to take a while. Kamala Harris administration arrested a man for bringing his helicopter full of supplies to the hurricane victims. Who'd you talk about, Wills? Yeah. By the way, Tony Todd, I saw your comment. You appreciate it you appreciate that live video that I did. 10-4, I saw you in the house. Mashroob, I saw you in the house. Singeman, you too. And I know that some of you in the house in the video following that. As far as that one about the messaging disappear, that was for what I mean, I didn't watch the whole thing. I listened to a little bit of it. For what I heard was supposed to be pertaining to text messages. I think if someone hacks your phone, it's obvious if you put something on social media, it is what it is. You put it out there to the public. But not text messages. Text is supposed to be private, or so we're supposed to led to believe. And the thing is, if someone hacks your text, your phone, they could somehow broadcast your text messages or something like that. So there's a way to protect it. That video, that's what that was meant for. I didn't watch the entire thing, so there might be more to it. I want to bring this up too. Mike from Around the World was on Paul Begley. He's on there every Thursday. Pastor Paul Begley. And he goes live every night, but in particular Thursday's a big one. Within this past month, I heard Mike from Around the World actually say that in the near future, somehow whatever we've ever said, I mean, this is heavy stuff. Whatever you've ever said online, and that includes text messages, that means messaging, everything, is going to be shown to the world. I don't know how that's going to go down, because that means there's a lot of shit that we've said that we probably don't even want to be seen again, even in text messages or whatever, or messages, private stuff, that's going to be broadcast to the world. I don't know what he meant by that, but then I came across this disappearing messages, how to make your messages disappear. I don't know how it's going to work, but it's something big time going to be hacked, like maybe the cloud or, because let's face it, when you delete your messages, they're never deleted permanently. They're always somewhere stored somewhere. So it's kind of weird. It makes me wonder. Everything you've ever. So it would be a big shit show because everyone's got some kind of shit they don't want to say. They said or whatever. They don't need broadcast to the world. Shit. So anyway, let's keep the comments on the up and up. These are serious times. These are very serious times. So let's get to look at this. This gentleman who's currently in North Carolina in Asheville. This is what he has to say. If I could get it to play, it'd be nice. Twatter. Oh, we're going to do that. Okay. All right.
With my company.
He's in Asheville, North Carolina with his company.
I'm currently in Asheville, North Carolina with my company. Doing disaster security for a dialysis company. And we're also doing search and rescue for patients to bring them to dialysis so they don't die. This place is a war zone, people, and the military is not here. And the reason I'm pissed, because I was part of the operation during Hurricane Katrina. I was stationed in San Diego, and within 96 hours, we were in Louisiana. And these bastards are not sending the military here. There's so much destruction. There's no news crews here. That's why you're not seeing it. The American people should be angry at what our government is doing to this town. There are people hurting here. There are so many people dying. I drove past a young kids about 5 to 7 years old. They were brother and sister, and they were looking for their parents. We got them to a church. These young kids don't know where their mom and dad are. And the military is being fucking hamstringed by these goddamn DOD fucking executives. If you're not angry, you should be.
I am.
Because this is what our government thinks about us. They're not here to help us. We have to take care of ourselves. There's towns here that are self-policing. We drove into towns where the town folk came up to us and said, "What are you doing here?" So we're looking for patients. We're trying to get them help. And they welcomed us with open arms. This is bad, people. You're not here. It is very bad. We need water. We need food. We need clothes. I'm in a budget motel, and I'm very grateful, and I feel somewhat guilty that I have a roof over my head and a shower. And it's right across from the airport. There was a man that took off yesterday in his helicopter to go up in the mountains to drop off food. He landed and got arrested and said he was interfering with the government, a government operation. But there's no operations going on. I'm sick to my stomach that our government treats our American people this way. And then when they get slapped in the face, oh, here's $750.
Yeah, that ain't shit.
After we sent over $200 billion overseas.
What about the
Mayorkas,
invaders getting
you're a
thousands of
traitor
dollars?
to your country.
Yeah.
I'm currently in Asheville, North Carolina with my company.
Very obvious. It's very obvious because they won't let drones fly over. They won't let these people in. They won't. FEMA's not approving them to come in. They're being arrested and saying they're interfering with their the government's rescue mission. Yet they're not rescuing anybody because they're covering all this up. This is Lahaina. This is Maui 2.0. Is what you're seeing on yet again. A lot of destruction on Beijing, Joe Biden, and Kamiala's watch. As our country's being invaded, and they're handing over to them, hand over fist, money. Your money, taxpaying money. Thousands of dollars every month to every single invader. I just saw a video on YouTube, ScrewTube. It was like 2 minutes and change. It's a gal. Pretty damn good looking, I might add. She was saying how if you cheat to get in... This is one example of the video. It's very good, actually. I should show it. She said if you cheat to get into college, you go to jail. But if you cheat to get into a country, meaning break in the country, you get to go to college for free. Have you had enough yet? Have you had enough of this treason? Have you had enough of this invasion? Have you had enough of our country being infiltrated by these WEFers, by these New World Order POSs? Yeah, they're not here to help. It's opposite day. Let's take a look at this one. Foothill.
Hey guys, for those that don't know, I'm at the foothills of the Western North Carolina mountains, and everybody in my area that I've talked to, including myself, who applied for the $750
They ain't getting it.
assistance payment from FEMA, has been denied. Okay? Yeah. They've denied us.
They denied him.
Okay. So here we sit.
So they're not even getting $750.
We've thrown out all of our food because we had no power for 5, 6 days. Some still are without power.
Listen to this. I want you to wrap your head around this. On TV, and especially fake news, they're saying, oh yeah, this administration coming out, oh, you're going to get $750 each. You're all going to get $750 relief so you can buy the things that you need, because we know how hard it is after you've lost everything. Never mind the fact that we're giving thousands of dollars, your money, to these illegals every single month, and we're putting them up in luxury hotels. In certain places, like in Europe, they're putting them up in cruise ships at times with fine dining. Don't look at that. We're also building apartment complexes. I know the shock treatment covered this a couple of months ago. It was several $100 million apartment complex facility for these invaders. But don't worry, you'll get $750 as we invade your country so we could train them to come delete you. Just like you're getting deleted now by the chemtrailed, geoengineered hurricane. And then they're not even giving it to them. Not even that crumb. And as you sit there, I'm talking to the trolls now. You sit there and you want to be a little keyboard warrior, right? You think this crap isn't going to come to your neck of the woods? Oh, don't believe them? Just watch. Don't believe me? Just watch. It will. They plan on it coming everywhere. They don't want you living where you are. They want you in a 15-minute stack 'em and pack 'em open-air prison called a 15-minute city. That's if you're allowed to live and eat the lab-printed meat and eat the bugs. Denying them. Imagine that. Out there, they're saying on the airwaves, oh yeah, we're going to give them $750, but they're not getting it. First of all, that's a slap in their damn face. $750. You got people in North Carolina, and I believe that was a swing state, if not a blue state, which blows my mind because we're South should be all red, should be all conservative. But even then, they're saying, and it must be some of these libtards there are realizing how this administration is a POS, to say the very least. They're saying, come on, Kamiala, take that $750 and wipe your ass with it. Yeah, even they've had it, the libtards. But let's take a look to finish this up. This is very, very serious.
Here we sit. Limited resources in the store. And they have denied our $750 resource check. So, yeah. How do you like that?
How you like them now? FEMA deliberately blocking efforts of people just coming and trying to save, whether it's by helicopter, truck. They're slashing truckers' tires. You think that's just just like a miscellaneous person that just wants to slash trucks' tires, or do you think it's a government shill doing that? Do I look annoyed? I am. You should be too. You'll be angry. Yeah, clown slob. You called it on that one. You're pissing a lot of people off with this shit.
Are they still not there anywhere? What are you seeing from FEMA in the federal response, if any?
I mean, they're present. They're in the way. They are directly interrupting our ability to conduct missions and operations. And I'm not going to disparage anybody because we are trying to work within partner relationships, both government and non-government entities within state and federal and county. I went to put a couple of people into a hotel last night, and they have a security guard at the hotel. And they said, "Oh, we're so sorry. The entire hotel has been booked for federal employees." And I was like, no, I have people that would just pull it out of a mountain that are living out in the hills, and there's not a place for me to put them because we have federal employees that are staying in the hotel. I slept in this white car last night. I smell like foot and death right now, as does every single person on our team. Not a single one of us slept. We got done maybe at 3 o'clock the moment the sun was up and we could fly helicopters again. We were back in the air, and we have not stopped. And I was like on the fence about trying to get on this program or not. I want people to understand how incredible this organization is, Save Our Allies, and all the work that all of these volunteers are doing. But people, this is biblical level devastation. This is apocalyptic, the things that we see out there.
These are towns up in the mountains that are 10, 20, 40 miles away from any other town. And people on the ground like you need helicopters from the government, and they will not release them. I have heard that time and again. And the people who are delivering aid up in the mountains are now getting requests for body bags. Tim, we got to run.
You are 100% correct. Oh, you're right about that. And there was a no-fly when the president flew in today. We had to land helicopters to not go rescue people so a photo op could take place. And that's a travesty, and that's unconscionable.
If people want to donate, is it saveourallies.com?
That's right. And if somebody is stuck somewhere, or you know somebody that's stuck, you can go to saveourallies.org, and you can click on there. Let us know. We have people going all over in the places that can't be reached. That's why we have special operations people working with partnerships to get into those areas. So go there, support that organization, and also let us know where to go.
Tim Kennedy, you are a great American. Thank you. And I know all of this devastated area thanks you, and Save Our Allies as well. We appreciate you being on the program and just taking a couple moments out of rescuing people to tell us the story. Thank you, Tim Kennedy.
Love you much, Tim Kennedy.
Thank you.
The real truth about Kamiala and her lackluster response to this orchestrated destruction. Let's take a look.
If any of my videos get watched, please let it be this one. I'm just down the mountain from Asheville. It's about an hour that way. And they are not okay. This whole time, it's been the regular, everyday citizens, civilians that are saving each other. Every helicopter I've seen has been privately owned. It has been a citizen, a civilian that has been going. I've seen maybe 3 or 4 military Black Hawks, anything like that. And now FEMA's there, and they're not helping. They are actively stopping the citizens from being able to help each other anymore. They're coming in and stealing donations, and it's insane. It is so insane. People are dying, and without helicopters.
What kind of a piece of crap agency? Well, we already know what the piece of crap agency that FEMA is, because they have coffins that are supposed to be for Americans, because they want to put us in these camps and then get rid of us. You already know that. Concentration camps all around this country. So, I guess this doesn't surprise me. But yet, in a way, it kind of still does. In a way. Because I'm still trying to wrap they should still be in pretend mode right now, before they try to force us into concentration camps, that they are there to help people. They should at least, they're stealing the food that's supposed to go to the devastated, and other stuff that's supposed to go to this devastated region, the people there that need help. They're literally taking that, according to sources like this. And the level of criminality that's infiltrated this country. What do we do, America? What do we do when we have this level of criminality in our country? Do you think voting our way out of it's going to help? Are we past the voting thing? Are we late? Is it late in the hour? My blood's boiling right now. My blood's boiling. Seriously. And they don't want drones over there. Oh, yeah, because they don't want the world to see how they're literally killing these people off.
Because you're not getting to them. And they're not getting help. If it wasn't for organizations like the United Cajun Navy and Operation Airdrop, these people wouldn't have anything at all. And so many still don't.
You're pretty damn calm, Toots, because I'd be pissed off if I was...
Operation Cajun Navy has a Facebook page
I went over
with
that
an
last
Amazon
night.
wish list of things they need, and this stuff will get put on a helicopter or on a truck, and it'll make it up the mountain to these people. If you're
All right,
able.
so did you hear that? Operation Cajun Navy is actually on Facebook, and you could, I guess, contact them if you want to donate money for the cause, so they could use that money to buy life-saving things like food and water and medical supplies, so they could get it up the mountains to these people. Because our own government's not even doing that. Our own government's offering $750, Beijing joke burden, Kamial, and then taking it back. And then you got FEMA blocking whatever help there is coming. Boy, I need a punching bag right now. Damn it, I don't have one. I'd have to go to the gym. My 24-hour gym. I ain't doing that. I need a beer then. I gotta let my hair down after this do Man Cave Karaoke. I haven't done that in days. I gotta get my mind off of this. This right here, this level of it's satanic. Let's call it what it is. It's satanic. These people are demons. And we have a lot of demons in this country. I've been saying this quite some time now. If you've been with me for any length of time, you know I've said this many times in the past. This country, this world, but this country in particular, because this is where we live, needs an exorcism. A big-time exorcism of all these demons. You have this Federal Emergency Management Agency, literally, not only blocking what's the food from getting there, but then actually taking confiscation, because this is what the government does. They rob. They want to say they have a right to come confiscate your guns, come confiscate your food in a time of emergency. You know that. They can come to your house and actually try to confiscate your food and shit during emergency, severe emergency or something like that. $750 measly damn dollars. What is that going to get you? Even if they did get it. But you got invaders getting preferential treatment as the invaders take a huge dump on this country and trash it. But wait, folks, there's more. I'm going to cover that again. Yes, I am, because it ties into this. How
Please
our
help
own citizens
them.
are treated like crap. And the invaders
Because if we don't help each other right now,
are treated good.
nobody's going to.
I don't know how many more videos
And
I
just
can put up with.
Look into this. Listen to Appalachian Voices right now and help us because we need it.
Appalachian Voices. Is that a Facebook page or something? She must be going live and looking at comments, but she's very calm for this.
We're not going to stop. I want to make that clear. We're not going to stop.
They're not going to stop till they stop.
People are going to keep helping each other.
Oh, yeah, you guys aren't going to
And they're
stop
going to
helping.
build back Appalachian. It's going to be strong like this hurricane never hit.
A country boy can't survive.
We are stubborn. We are strong. And we are resilient.
Because you can't stomp us out. You can't make us run. Where them old boys raise old
So either start helping
shotgun.
us or get the hell out of our way.
That's right. We say grace. We say ma'am. If you ain't into that, we don't give a damn. All right, this guy's got my energy. This is how you're supposed to be. I mean, he's flying off the handle. He said, "I'll try to stay calm," but I don't see that happening. Yeah, how he's acting is how you've seen me. You've seen me in the past get pissed off like this. I am very pissed off. I'm trying to hold it down. I'm trying. I really am. I'm trying to be even keel here, but my blood is boiling. I'm pissed off like this guy. Every damn American should be pissed off like this guy. That this is actually a thing. That this has actually happened. That they literally created a storm. Literally steered it. Gonna mine the lithium. Destroy the town. Land grab. Depopulation. Stealing the food. Stealing and robbing and destroying. That's all this government's doing. The agencies. Look at
Why do the U.S. citizens always get left out? And I'm going to try to stay calm, but I don't see that happening. We all know about the floods in Tennessee, North Carolina. I'm seeing videos of little kids, they're saying, running around saying, where's my mommy and daddy? Where's my mommy and daddy? Thousands of people missing. And that's not the problem. The problem is I'm seeing videos out there saying, let's all donate. Donate for what? We pay taxes.
He's right about
Our
that.
country should take care of us. But instead, they're sending a fucking $1 billion to wars. To wars. But now our people need it and we have to donate? No. Our U.S. government should take care of this. They take care of everybody. Everybody in other countries except their own citizens. Folks, this has me pissed. These people need help. Our government should be doing all they can. It should be done immediately. And it's not. Remember Hawaii. Remember everything else. We get shit on. When are you all going to wake up? Donate? Donate for what?
Hey, but pal.
We're the citizens.
Hold on, Steve. Hold on, Steve, before you start punching yourself because you're so mad, tearing your hair out. What's left of it? Hold on there, Steve. But wait, there's more. We're being invaded. The invaders are given thousands of dollars per month. Free food, free housing, free clothes, free school, free college, free this, free that, free, set us free. And then the ultimate goal is to have them go after us. Did you know that in Minnesota, they made their first non-citizen policewoman? Yeah. I think she's Somali. Yeah. What did I say a couple years ago when I came across the information? Boots on the ground information? I laid it out for you. That they're going to come, they're coming here, this is an army, and they're going to, when they get their marching orders, they're going to come after U.S. citizens. To delete U.S. citizens, these invaders. Yeah. It ain't going to just end here. It's all about to go down soon. And I even came across information saying that it's going to happen around 3 in the morning, a lot of it. They're going to attack capitals, they're going to attack sheriff's stations simultaneously and attack citizens while they're sleeping at 3 o'clock. And they're going to be actually bringing body bags, and I think they're going to be carrying high-powered weapons or AR-15s or something like that to delete you while you're sleeping at 3 o'clock in the morning. So you're paying this army to come in here, it's your tax dollars, to kill you. Don't believe me? Just watch. That's their plan. We're about to cover that information yet again. That information I'm about to cover ties into this. It lets you know, just gives you a clear picture that this government is leaving American citizens high and dry to die, and then they're going to up the ante once they give these invaders their marching orders. Now does it make sense? They don't want us here. 2025 seems like it's going to be a real big banner year for America, huh?
Take care of us!
Yeah, I like how he gets a boom. You know what I would get from TikTok if I did that?
Why do the U.S. citizens always get left out?
They would say it's misinformation, and they would say, because I've had 2 accounts. I've been there, done that, don't want t-shirt. Had almost 9,000 followers within a short amount of time. They would say it was misinformation. They would take down my video. I don't understand how the TikTok must know about my BitChute video, so they must know what I'm about. Something like that, and they don't like what I got to say whatsoever at all, so they're not even giving me one iota of a chance. That's okay. I'll stay on BitChute where I get 1 subscriber a week, as long as I reach someone. People on Facebook appreciate my live. Got over 7,000 followers on there. So yeah. If only he knew about the invaders. If only people knew. If he knew about Deagle.com, if he's aware about the Georgia Guidestones, if only they knew. They're mad at what they're seeing now. Hell far. What are they going to do when the real stuff starts popping off? This, you know that Elon Musk wanted to do the Starlink thing. Well, FEMA's blocking and seizing, more stealing again, Starlink shipments in North Carolina. A SpaceX engineer overseeing 2 helicopter bases for delivering Starlink receivers to hurricane survivors delivering them. He wants to deliver Starlink receivers to hurricane survivors, has alerted Elon Musk that FEMA is obstructing shipments and confiscating supplies. As a result, SpaceX's ability to distribute Starlink units to those affected is being hampered. Currently, deliveries can only proceed if SpaceX secures an escort from local first responders to safeguard the shipments from FEMA intervention. I think Elon Musk needs to send one of his fracking rockets. I know there's no space, but I'm saying send this damn rocket over there. Big ass rockets over there, and we'll make it purposely land right in the middle of right wherever the hell these disaster areas are. What is FEMA going to do then? They're going to confiscate the rocket? I mean, how is this not an act of war on America? We're under siege. America is under siege right now. We are under siege with fake news. We're under siege with all these demons. We're under siege with stolen elections. We're under siege with all of this. All of this we're under siege. How are we not? I never heard of an agency saying, no, you can't come in here and bring in food and water to people that need food and water. Or communication so they can let their loved ones know where they are and stuff like that. Listen to this. Listen, blood boil time. I'm going to do a short video.
It's the sound of solace. Help is on the way.
We just kind of organized a private helicopter army to go in and survey the damage and extract people and take supplies in and just create landing zones for everybody to have supply routes in and out.
Matt McSwain is a pilot from Mount Holly and says he received a call from Operation Airdrop, an organization now working to shore up relief and rescue efforts for folks trapped in North Carolina's high country.
We've had 37 helicopters today.
This is private.
Volunteers. We've had people from Texas to Maine all the way across the East Coast just show up and how do we help?
For folks to remember Katrina, there's the Cajun Navy.
Right.
I feel very much like this is Cajun Navy.
Yep, this is Redneck Navy.
Redneck Navy. Redneck, and it stopped. There you go. This right here, Western North Carolina has been utterly destroyed clip. It's a little 9 minutes and change, a little over 9 minutes. I'm going to attach that segment to this video right now. I'm going to attach it to this, and then I'm not going to be in it. It's just attached to it. You watch that, because then we're going to get into the invasion.
I've been trying to wake people up and sound the alarm with what's going on in Western North Carolina, and I'm making this video again. I'm crying out to everybody. If you know anybody, please share this video with them. Send this to your news media. Send it to everybody you know, because the fact is we're getting very little coverage, and I think that the vast majority of people in the United States have no clue what in the world just happened up here in Western North Carolina. The destruction that's up there is beyond belief. They have no power. They have no bridges. They have nothing left up there. There's many towns that have been completely wiped out. One of them is Montreat, which you see here. I took Google Earth. I wanted to show you the area. So Black Mountain and Montreat and this whole area seems to be where it's the absolute worst. I lived up here for 3 years. I still have friends up there. One of my buddies actually told me in his text, he said, utter destruction. That was his answer to what's gone on up there. And I lived up there. I can't believe what in the world's happened. Everything has flooded. So you're bringing in 30 inches, 20 to 30 inches of rain in these high mountains out here in a short period of time from that hurricane that then just whoosh, come down. Mudslides that have wiped everything out. Montreat is where Billy Graham, the world famous preacher, pastor, has lived. Okay, I know he died a few years ago, but he still has his house there. I don't even think the house is there anymore. The latest police report that I saw from a police officer up there says Montreat's gone. My buddy said, you won't believe what's happening up here. There's so many things that are gone. There's another place up there called Chimney Rock. There's this world famous mountain range that's up there. A lot of people go and climb it. I did it a bunch of times myself. You can look at some of the pictures, and I haven't seen enough. There should be helicopters and aerial views, and this should be 24 hours a day on the media right now. They need all kinds of help up there. They need medical help. They need military help. The National Guard should be up there. All kinds of churches and ministries need to get together. So hopefully, actually, I would share this with anybody that's a preacher, a church, share it with your pastor. All of the churches in America that actually want to help people that are in trouble need to listen to this and watch this, because we're not hearing any of this on the news media. I'm hoping that the news media is going to start covering this in a dramatic way. Perhaps maybe because the fact that power is out and the phones are down on a lot of people, nobody really knows what happened. But that's hard to believe now that it's been 2 days and the destruction up there is the worst destruction possibly anywhere in America. It's just unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. So all these bridges are gone. I-40, you see I-40, it goes east and west, and then there's I-26 going north and south. Both of those roads are shut down. And it isn't just, well, there's trees on the road and stuff like that. You can look it up on the computer. Go to Google and look it up. There's parts of these roads where the flood damage was so bad that the entire roads are gone. The roads are gone. The bridges are gone. The telephone poles and all of the power lines and the power poles are gone. It isn't just, oh, we can get Duke Energy to go in here and fix stuff in a few days. They're going to have to rebuild everything. The flood damage is beyond belief. It's beyond belief. I feel absolutely horrible inside. The information I'm seeing is terrible. So I'm going to show you this. I'm going to read this to you. Hold on. This is from a girl that my wife knows that lives up there. My wife used to go to the gym and work out with her. Okay, we're still okay, but many are not. There's still no help or aid. We can't see the news. Service is not good, and I have no clue when power would be back. It could be weeks. It's going to be longer than weeks when there's nothing there. The devastation is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. I haven't talked to my mom or sister since yesterday morning. Many, many people are missing. The death toll up there, I don't even know what it is. There's no way. This morning it said 54. My guess is it's into the hundreds, perhaps the thousands, because you got entire villages and towns that are gone, wiped out. This should be full coverage on the media. I've never in my entire life seen an event like this happen, and the news media is not giving it immediate live coverage. All of them should be doing it. Does anyone know if they are sending help here? That's what I'd like to know, and that's why I'm making this video. Are they going to send help here? Where's the media? Where's the National Guard? There's people that are stranded that need to get to hospitals, that need all kinds of medical attention. They should be going in there. Any helicopters in all these cities around, including the military, they need help up there. What's it going to take? There are people living in their cars at gas stations. I'm sure many will be out of food and water soon. It was supposed to be what it was. People are so unprepared at no fault of their own. People are in their cars on the interstate with no gas, and the interstates are shut down. There's no gas, there's no food, there's no power, there's no help, there's no media covering it. Please, people, take this video that I'm making serious and tell everybody you know. Share it with everybody you know and alert everybody you know to cover this and help people with this. I'm going to say a prayer right now. Dear Heavenly Father, in the name of your Son, Yeshua the Messiah, I lift this entire crisis up to you right now and call upon you and ask you for angelic help. That's the only answer. We need angels to come down and help these people. There is such a crisis like never before in this area, and perhaps maybe our entire country has never seen destruction to this level. This is like a total wipeout. I pray for anybody that's there. Give them all help, Father. I pray that you'll open up doors, bring the right people into this path, and make some things happen. We need help in that area right now. In Yeshua's name I pray. There's so much more I can say. I'm like mind-boggled. I'm like in a shake because I know so many people up there. I loved living up there, and I'm in utter shock of the destruction that's going on. It's horrible, horrible, horrible. This is a good friend of mine. I wanted to share this with you as well. He's one of my best friends. I was in his wedding. He lives up there. He's a great real estate agent up there in that area. He says, just getting service. He sent me this last night. We are trapped in our area in Swannanoa because all the bridges and roads are gone. People standing on roofs. It's so bad. House after house just gone. People missing. So sad. It's a disaster zone. Apocalyptic. So sad. In all my years, I've never seen this. Forget no power. We have no roads, bridges, driveways. It's unimaginable. Please pray for everyone here, and that is more important than anything, prayer. Anybody that's watching this, please go to your church, call your pastor, wake everybody up that you know. We need to pray for all these people up there, and we need to do everything we can to get the news media involved and get people involved that can help bring help to this area right now. I know the whole state of Florida's got damaged. It's horrible what's going on. This hurricane is horrific, man, and there could be another one brewing down there in the Caribbean. I hope to God there isn't, because who knows where this is all going. I really don't know. This is the worst crisis I may have ever seen in America. It's terrible. I'm going to end this video with this. And this seems like a long video, but I could talk forever because the damage is so bad. I've already talked to a bunch of people, and I can't believe what I'm hearing. So this is actually somebody with North Carolina's Weather Authority, and they got this information from one of the police officers in Black Mountain. who's actually working to try to help save a lot of people. And here's what it says. I'm sorry to text so early. Our friend Steve, a Black Mountain police chief, got home this morning to get some rest, and then he's headed back to Black Mountain. He's been up for 72 hours, evacuating and rescuing. It's catastrophic in that area. Montreat and Swannanoa are gone. Neighborhoods are gone from flooding and mudslides. They're having to leave bodies behind. Houses are on fire. There's no communication, so people that need to be rescued can't call for help, and they have no idea where to look. The flood currently is so strong, and they weren't able to save some people that were in their cars. No one even knows this is going on right now because of having no communication, and that's why I'm making this video. It really means most people in America have no clue. They're all out watching college football today. Hey, everything's fine. Hey, let's put the football on. Meanwhile, you got all kinds of people fighting for their lives right now in North Carolina, and zero national coverage happening 24 hours right now is what should happen with what's going on up there. No one ever knows this is going on right now because they have no communication. We've been watching the news since we woke up this morning, and it hasn't even been mentioned. So many prayers are needed. My heart is so heavy. Yes, so many prayers are needed. Heavenly Father, I pray that millions of people in America right now will start praying for everybody in this area. Actually, everybody that's got damage and destruction from the hurricane needs prayers. But this particular area is the absolute worst from the storm, and they need immediate attention, immediate help, and prayers from everybody that listens to this video. Please share it with everybody you know. Thank you for watching.
In case you've been living under a rock, there's been epic betrayal of America by this fraudulent, utterly lawless, and at times clueless, treasonous Beijing joke-burdened Kamiala administration. You must know that this Beijing fraudulent administration, joke-burdened administration, Kamiala administration, was fully aware that the 2024 hurricane season was predicted to be as intense as any in the past 10 years. I'm going to take it a step further. They should also know about it's being done on purpose, too. I'm sure the Beijing joke-burden knows it, but then again, he is a potato. An evil one at that. So FEMA, which is overseen by Mayorkas, DHS, knew full well that emergency aid and funds would be vitally necessary for those hurricane-ravaged regions of any country. But yet, there's no money there. What does Mayorkas do? He disperses the FEMA funds earmarked for natural disaster aid to his conspiratorial subterfuge to unlawfully transport and house and fund the invaders being illicitly ferried across a purposely wide-open border. Cue up the faker than fiction. All that FEMA money. Mayorkas said, "Hey, man, you want some free money? Come over the border, man." And they gave it to him. All that money. All your money. To the invaders. And there's no money for you, America. How does that make you feel? How does it make you feel? We have a warning, Will Robinson, a red alert. Demon Rat communist takeover plot to unleash Bolshevik violence after Election Day if Trump wins. Oh, yeah. But don't worry. I'm sure if Kamala is installed, that they'll make it look like Trump supporters are rioting. So either way, they'll get their riots. Either way, they'll get their Bolshevik violence. Now, here's the nefarious plot that very few people are actually talking about. And I've talked about this before. All right? And this is the greatest single threat to us in history. In history. Your absolute deletion in a very short amount of time. Don't forget they got slaughter bots. That's for another day. And while this New World Order cabal is accomplishing several goals by flooding the USA with invaders, there's one pivotal objective that reigns supreme. By staging one border invasion after another, the globalists are able to secret to actually put into this country millions of military-aged males under the guise of being amnesty seekers, which they are not. Many are even purposefully released violent criminals. Right? These are violent criminals, many are, coming in here, and they can't wait to have their next crime spree here in America this time. It used to be in their homeland they had crime sprees. Now they want to do it in America. These are the worst of the worst. These are third world POSs from insane asylums, from jails. They're opening up the jails in these third world countries, and they're coming. And they're here. But more are on the way. Once, and I've been over this, but if you're new to the channel, listen up. Prick up your ears. Don't be a prick, but prick up your ears. Listen up, that means. Once these trained mercenaries, experienced soldiers of fortunes, and paid terrorists are over the border, they're ferried to the various 50 states to train for their next missions. They are essentially, they have 3 duties and destinations. Okay, listen to this. For these fighting aged men. Number 1, the trained terrorists, aka invaders, aka migrants, that fake news would call them, will be transported and have been to certain cities where they will join highly organized terrorist cells. There they will await their future orders. What did I say? They're waiting to get their phone call. They come in here with cell phones. And if they don't have one, they're giving them cell phones. They're waiting their orders. They're training with terrorist organizations that are already here, terror cells, and they're waiting to get their orders. Now, as far as that Somali cop, that woman over in Minnesota, I covered that information like a year or so ago that Illinois wanted to do that. Actually make these invaders cops. So it's already begun in these libtarded areas. Number 2, the paid mercenaries, which are invaders coming through our border, will be sent to extremely clandestine military training camps. You can't see them. Not even Jesse Ventura knows about them. That POS had turned into a libtard, says he's voting for Kamiala. These invaders, aka paid mercenaries, paid with your money to come kill you, will be sent to extremely clandestine military training camps to be trained in urban and rural guerrilla warfare. They're going to be training in guerrilla warfare in urban areas and rural areas. They're coming to your rural area. But yet again, they're going to be training until they get their future marching orders to come after you, to hunt you down. And this New World Order POS government said, what are you going to do about it? You ain't going to do nothing. Remember Beijing Joe Burton says, he pretty much said a couple years ago, the government could do what the hell they wanted. They could run roughshod over America. What are you going to do? You going to bring your guns? What is that going to do? That's not going to do nothing, he said. We got a gunfight to a missile fight, a machine gun fight. You know, he was trying to say that they had more power than we do. And he's laughing at us. He was saying, you ain't going to do nothing. We get to do whatever we want to you, and you ain't going to do nothing. That's basically what they're saying. Number 3, the willing and less dangerous economic immigrants and war refugees are immediately registered into an accelerated military path to U.S. citizenship program. This is nothing new, folks. I've covered this, that they wanted to deputize them, that they wanted to, turn them into police officers to police you and arrest you, throw you in the clink. I also said, because I came across this information a couple years ago, that they wanted to put them in our military. And then they'll give them citizenship. So, if you've been with this channel for a while, you should already know this. But if you haven't, this might be new information for you. It bears repeating because time is running out. What happens when they get... What do you think they're going to do if their handouts are taken away from them? They're going to act a fool. They're going to come knocking down your door. I didn't say knocking at your door. Knocking down your door. What are you going to do about it? B-System said. You ain't going to do nothing. They've turned places like Springfield, Ohio into an S-hole. For starters. And these invaders, by volunteering to enter the U.S. Armed Forces, these future grunts. They're the new grunts. This is the great replacement. They're replacing you. They're put on a fast track to full-fledged American citizenship with all kinds of perks. All kinds of perks. These invaders are getting it's gravy train. Courtesy of your government. Courtesy of your money. Courtesy of America's complacency, because America's still sitting on their hands, still sitting on their laurels. Again, the beast system said to America, what are you going to do about it? America ain't going to do nothing. And these mercenaries are also put into specially trained regiments and squads who are stripped of any reservation about firing on Americans. Translation, they're put into trained regiments, desensitization against Americans. In other words, they're going to be numb to you. No compassion. If the government says kill them, they'll kill you. Won't even bat an eye, won't even think twice. But then again, they are invaders, right? So invaders, you think they came here to assimilate to begin with? No. But to actually know that your government's actually training them in specially trained regiments and squads who are stripped of any reservation about firing on Americans, how does that make you feel? It's the government, we're here to help you. No, they're not. They're here to delete you. They're here to sponge off of you, suck your soul out, and then delete you. Georgia Guidestone style, Deagle.com style. 2025 is right around the corner. What are you going to do about it? America's not going to do nothing. What are they going to do about it? They're waiting for November 5th. And this communist-run Department of Defense knows that the average U.S. military service member would not kill their own fellow citizens. So they run these foreign recruits through highly manipulative mind control programs as preparation to man what are basically treasonous brigades. They know, these commies that infiltrate our government, that the average Joe in the military, or Jane, is not going to open fire on their fellow citizen. That's why they recruited these invaders. This is the UN's army. And each of these three groupings of extreme enemies of the American Republic serve critical purposes in the staging of the long-planned American Bolshevik Revolution. What did that girl say in Poltergeist? They're here. They're here. And it's only a matter of time before things start popping off like we've never seen before. Hurricane devastation orchestrated in certain locales, that's bad. FEMA I should say, blocking and stealing food and life-saving supplies, that's real bad. Blocking drones from filming the devastation so the world's left in the dark while there are dead bodies hanging in trees in certain areas in North Carolina and South Carolina. That's very bad. But what happens when all this happens all around the country? When these invaders simultaneously, this army, comes after Americans to hunt them down and kill them. In the middle of the night, or maybe beyond, whenever. Stadiums wiped out. For starters, anywhere where there's heavily populated areas. That's all hell breaking loose. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. That's what I got for you tonight. This is all I could do. This is all I can muster up. This is it. Maybe the format's not like it used to be. It ain't. Sometimes I'll do that old format. Sometimes I won't. A lot of times I just won't. You might even see me just do a video of just me sitting here talking about what's going on, just rattling things off. Just that's how much no time we have, and I'm gonna use whatever time I got to live my life and try to enjoy what's the rest of our days. Yeah, I'll spend time here, but I can't make this my everything. And there was a time where it consumed a lot of my day. A lot. It's already consumed a lot of my day, but even more than this. So you got to understand that. Prepare, man, gal. Don't be a troll. We got no times for trolls. We got no times for people that have start this or start that and who said this and all this other nonsense. I'm over it. I have zero tolerance for that. I'm over it. Way over it. I've covered this information a couple years ago, and I'm covering it again. We have an army inside this country that doesn't like us, doesn't want to assimilate with us, doesn't care about us. All they hear is for the freebies and their marching orders. So yeah, this devastation in North Carolina is horrible. And the government's not helping them. They're working against them. But ultimately, it's not just going to be North Carolina or Florida. It's not going to be certain locales. It's going to be all over Estados Unidos, the United States. Boom, bitches. It's over, OVA. They want their civil war. They want us deagled also.